What's up, all my collecting brethren, from hobbyists to 1/6s all the way up to legendary scale? Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Okay, today I'm doing the two DaftToys kits that you buy and then buy the body afterwards to assemble it. The body is the Phicen or TB League M35. The kits are built or made to fit around this body. So I've got the two here. We'll start with Stock Exchange Bane. So this is how he appears when he hijacks the stock exchange. If you haven't seen the movie, I won't go into detail, but it's just a ruse for something else entirely. So yeah, beautiful figure, eh? Beautiful figure. The DaftToys never disappoint with their kits. Never ever. The head sculpt is spot on. The clothing is accurate. The only thing I didn't like about this figure was the hands. You can see them over there. They just, I don't know, they don't look right on the figure. And if you've ever had a Phicen body, you know how difficult it can be sometimes to get the hands on the wrist pegs. And those are just a nightmare. So if you notice with mine, I've got the Nightmare Batman kit, the hands from that, and I think they look quite dope on him. I've also got a motorbike helmet that I'm busy in the process of sanding and spraying. There's his art box. That's an actual photo of the figure, which is quite dope. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than an actual art box from a 1/6 figure because there's no body included. You get the body separate, as I said. But dope artwork and a dope figure. Once you've got him dressed up and finished, he looks really, really good in the display. He's usually carrying his motorbike helmet, but because it's not sprayed yet, I thought, no, I won't bring it into the video. Then we go over to another DaRkKnightRises Bane. They both appear in the movie. Well, obviously it's the same lad. I'll just do his art box quickly. It's also a photo of the figure and done really, really nice. But as I say, DaftToys never disappoint, never ever. So here we have him. Now you can see the body for what it is. These figures, when you move them, the muscles twist with them. They're really, really dope bodies, eh? They've got a stainless steel armature, the skeleton inside, and also the same as any other 1/6 action figure, 32 points of articulation. On this one, the ankles are quite restricted because of the boots. So yeah, 9 times out of 10 he ends up on a crotch grabber, but he seems to be playing the game today. He comes with the armored vest. He only comes with one gauntlet glove, which is all he does wear in the movie, but I seem to have a gauntlet without the hole for the thumb. I don't even know where they came from, to be fair, but I've put it on since he's standing here all buff and ready to cause mayhem. So he does come with hands, but I end up using the hands that come with the Phicen body. They seem to fit the wrist pegs a lot easier than the hands that come with the kit. You get the broken cowl, the jersey, the leather jacket. This one has been treated with 303 wipes so that we don't have the pleather deterioration problem. Because already on the armored vest, The famous Hot Toys, or Hong Kong glue, I should say, is already drying, and yeah, you pull on this and pull on that and it just comes away in your hand. But still, you know, very, very dope piece. You just got to be prepared for some glue work when you get them. Okay, that's his waist belt that fits over the bottom of the armored vest, as you'll see when I dress him up just now. And the head sculpts is really, really nice. I've had the Hot Toys version for years, the Hot Toys Bane, and this one is up there with that one, definitely. It's a lovely paint app, and as I say, DaftToys, they never disappoint. They've even got the color right between the head color of the skin and the body. It is a bit lighter, but you're only picking that up because I'm shooting in 4K. If I wasn't, you would never know. What a beast, eh? And when I bring the DX12 through to stand next to him and have a bit of a Barney, you'll see how big he actually is. And yeah, I don't know if this is to scale, or if, you know, like this was his body in 1/6 scale, if they worked off those dimensions to build the body, or it's just the M35, because you get quite a few Phicen bodies of different M's. I'm using the M33 for my Achilles Warlord, and yeah, it's a thinner version of this, but it's not slim enough to replace like a TTM19 from Hot Toys. It's a bit bigger. So yeah, you just got to be you've got to ask questions, because that's what the groups are for. If you don't know, just pose a question, and someone will have done it before, or is just about to do it, and will have tips and tricks for you and things to watch out for. Or just type DaftToys Bane Stock Exchange or DaftToys Bane Leather Jacket in YouTube, and someone will have a video up. Well, exactly like I'm doing now. Someone will have a video up. So you must never forget that. You know, you don't plow on ahead like I used to do as a newbie, and you end up breaking shit. Look at the size of those biceps. Even Arnie would be jealous of those. So what I've done is I've started him at base level, like on the photo, on his art box, standing there, just holding the armored vest. But you can see they've got a fist. But if you've worked with these bodies before, it's quite unsightly between the end of the arm and the actual hand. It doesn't look nice, eh? It doesn't look nice, especially if you've had the figure for a while and chopped and changed the hands. It doesn't even have to be a lot, but yeah, it becomes unsightly underneath. So I'm glad I've got this extra gauntlet. And I'm sure it came with the figure. I'm sure it did. Otherwise, where would I've got it from? But when I asked the other lads, they didn't get one of those. So yeah, who knows? But I'm going to use it. So as I say, I've dressed him in the base look. So he's about ready to get kitted out. So next would be the jersey with the armored vest on top. Then the jersey, armored vest and jacket, for like when he's in the stadium speaking through the microphone. Now this guy, Stock Exchange Bane, he just is what he is. I managed to get a helmet that fits him over with the mask and all. So as I say, I'm just reworking it. I might show you just now what it looks like, because when I got it, the color was wrong. So I've been planning to airbrush it for a while. My health doesn't allow me though to do shit like that, which is horrible, you know, because I used to love it. But life goes on, eh? Life goes on. So you can see there's the art box in the background. This is when he goes on the bike ride. He goes in, he hands a laptop to one of the stockbrokers and basically tells him to siphon all the money that's going through the stock exchange that day into an account. And then, yeah, you've got all the police outside doing their thing, waiting for demands. And the next thing you know, they come riding out the stock exchange with hostages with bags on their heads, handcuffed and tied to them. So they can't just jump off. And they facing backwards while these guys, Bane, these men, face forwards. So it's quite a neat little escape move there. And that kind of brings Bruce out of retirement. Yeah, to become the Batman. So I won't give the story away if you haven't seen it, but they're well worth seeing. All the trilogy, the three, is just, yeah, they're really, really good. Really good. Christian Bale gives a dynamic performance. So does Tom Hardy. And, yeah, in The Dark Knight, you have Heath Ledger. Yeah, they were just beautiful movies for Batman fans. You know, really, really good. But then Batfleck came out, and I'm sorry, he took his place. As my favorite Batman. It used to be Keaton. I didn't rate George Clooney as a Batman. It was a good movie. I don't know. It didn't work for me. But Keaton was a brilliant Batman, as well as Jack Nicholson from the same movie. Was a fantastic Joker, and you think to yourself, nah, no one will ever beat those. And they were the definitive Batman and Joker for years, up until the Nolan trilogy came out, and you got Heath Ledger and Keaton. And then they ruled my heart for quite a while, until Christian Bale came out. And then I jumped ship and went over to him. They must think I'm a right traitor. Because then, when Batfleck came out, Ben Affleck, in Batman vs. Superman, well, then I just switched my allegiance to him. Yeah, but I'll never tire of Batman. I've been a Batman fan all my life, from as long as I can remember. Funny thing, when I got to South Africa, I was 10. When we came from England, Sunderland, to South Africa. And I remember being in school, and a lot of the people didn't even know who Batman was. That's how bad the government had us under, what's it called, when they censor you. We couldn't even get comics like that. If you listen to some of the other videos, you'll see we didn't even have TV when we first got there in 1975. TV came the next year in South Africa. And, yeah, they didn't exactly put on the best stuff, But it was TV and everyone was excited. Meanwhile, we grew up watching TV in England. And, yeah, it was quite a culture shock, Okay, let me get on with some posing, yeah? So, I don't know if I'll pose off the stock exchange Bane, because there's not really much you can do with him, you know, unless you've got a bike and a motorbike helmet. So, yeah, take your last look. He is a dope figure, and I'd say to anyone, get him. if you're a Batman fan, because DaftToys have nailed the outfit, eh? Nailed it. Okay, so I'll leave you looking into the eyes of two Banes. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip. Alright, so here we have Bane in that pose from down in the sewer where he's about to break Batman's back on bended knee. This is after he was basically set up by Catwoman. Batman insisted he wanted to see Bane, and as he goes down in the sewers with Selina Kyle, Catwoman, he starts to cross the bridge across the sewer rivers, deep underground, and the door closes behind him and he faces Bane on the bridge, and the fight continues for quite a while. When you've seen that broken cowl in the beginning segment where I'm showing you what comes with the DaftToys kit, that is to do from this fight here. This is shortly after Alfred's basically told Batman, you know, you're finished. You can't carry anymore. Your body just can't take the punishment. But now I don't know how far to go in the story, you know, because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you. Okay, he breaks Batman's back and he sends Batman to the same prison that he grew up in when he was a child. And then there's a whole twist to the story which I won't tell you, but Batman does come back, of course. Nothing keeps bats down for long, and confronts Bane at the end of the movie. Other than that, I can't tell you because it'll spoil the show for you. But it looks quite dope, eh? He's very precariously balanced, though. I was too scared to talk in the beginning in case the vibrations from my voice knocked him off. So there's the bended knee, the Batman backbreaker knee. Cape hanging down, muscles taut. He's got Batman at his mercy. There's an overhead shot. You can see what exertion Bane is bringing to bear to do this. And scarily, it's not much at all. He did it with ease. Bane was taught by the same teacher in the League of Assassins, Ra's al Ghul, that taught Batman in Batman Begins. And the League of Assassins kicked Bane out, thinking his views were too extreme. I mean, yeah. For the League of Assassins to kick him out, he must have been one evil sod, which he proves he is in the movie. Quite a dope pose, though, eh? Yeah, I think it kind of works. Batman must be shitting himself round about now. I'd be. So yeah, it's a real interesting part of the movie, it is. You learn some home truths about bats, and you learn some home truths about Bane. Does he get out of prison? Does he get his back mended in time to stop Bane from doing what he's doing? Only time will tell, eh? Only time will tell. Yes, I'm so happy with that. It came out quite lacquer. It looked good in the video, I'm sure, and it looked great on photos. I've just purchased a gimbal tripod so we can get more extreme 360 videos. It comes with all sorts of overhanging attachments, and so we're going to be a regular Marvel studio in here. Can't wait. Can't wait. Big shout out to my dad again. He's helped so much getting this channel together. Because I think he knows, because this has been a passion for a long, long time in my life. Figures, comics, anything to do with it. So yeah, I think he knows how important this hobby is to me. I know it sounds a bit melodramatic, but it's the truth. This kept me sane in amongst all the madness. Looking after my ex with the brain damage. Yeah, going through all, yeah, no, horrible, 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 horrible. But check at that, Hercules. Okay, I better go before I speak any more drivel and you start disliking me. If you already haven't. Or, yeah, I said that wrong. So, I hope you enjoyed this pose. I don't know if the rest will be as good after seeing a magnificent... No, I'll put it at the end. I'll put it at the end. Okay, so I'll leave you looking into Bats' petrified eyes, with Bane below stretching his muscles. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip. So shortly after doing the backbreaker move, Bane must have been getting a bit cold because he's put his jersey on and he's showing the people Batman's broken mask, and he's asking the crowds or the people of Gotham, is this what you send to beat me? Is this what you send to beat me? And Batman lays broken on the ground. Selina Kyle is in tears for what she's done. But the bottom line is, Bane has defeated the Batman. Would you have been able to do it without the training of Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows? Not one of yous put me right. I was calling it the League of Assassins. And no one said to me, hey, Dale, it's League of Shadows, bud. Yeah, well, we all make mistakes, don't we? We all make mistakes. I actually never liked him with the jersey on. I still don't. I don't see the point of the jersey. I mean, he's hyped up on Venom juice. Why would he need a jersey? It's Bane. He usually walks around in a vest. Shame, poor Batman's been through the mill. And it's not over yet. It's just not over yet for him, as he looks up and sees Bane mocking him to the Gotham City folk. What more must he endure? What more? I'll say again though, DaftToys, they always deliver. This is a fantastic outfit, fantastic kit. Sorry about that, I had to move there just to get some close-ups. So the head sculpt is really well done. I really like it. I don't know if it's a direct recast or what, I'm not too sure, but it's nice. The armored vest, very nice as well. The details are all good. It just has the age-old problem of the glue drying and then pieces coming off, so you have to re-glue them. These knee pads came off. I don't know if you can see that I've glued them back on. I found this new glue. It's called, what's it called? Hang on. Fantastic Elastic. And yeah, you put some on the one side, some on the material, and it takes 5 minutes to bond. And yeah, it works really well. It's the best one I've found so far to date. And as I was saying earlier, I wish they'd given us maybe a glove and a shoe, you know, so that we would have had articulation in the ankles. But I suppose that works out too expensive. It's a different dye and jig. And I don't know if any of yours is doing this, but my Batman, half a Batman cowl is coming out with all spots there. You see them? For the life of me, I don't know what it is. And I've got two of these and they're both the same. They're both the same. They're both spotty like that. Almost like something's been spilled on them or... But I mean, it's impossible. It couldn't have happened. So I don't know if it's a fault and the material's breaking down. Did I get a bad batch? Not that I'm too bothered, like, I hardly ever use it. And there lies Batman defeated. Whoever thought we'd see the day? Wow, the world is changing quickly. What's the world going to be like without a Batman? What's that? He's not dead? Ah, one time. Let's see if we can get the view that Batman would be seeing right now. Yeah, there he is, looking down at Bats, holding his hand, indicating, is this the hero you send to beat me? Yes, Bane, it is the hero we sent. But Gotham's got many heroes. You're soon to learn that. Okay. I thought that was an interesting one. Let's just see. Sorry, excuse the... I'm just trying a different approach here. Did it work? I can't see. The lights are on so bright. I'll have to cut it if it hasn't worked. And then we come back to Bane. Boom work, boom work. Okay, boys and girls, I shall see you on the flip. So, this is the man you send to beat me. I don't even know if it was worth fighting him. Yeah, Bane, you won't be saying that at the end of the movie. So I've got him standing on his lonesome. He's that good a figure that he does command the area that he's in. Really, he's an extremely nice figure with so much presence, eh? I don't know if it's the size of him or it's the mask, but yeah, I've loved this DaftToys kit since I first got it. It's really well made. Yeah, it fits the body like a dream. because before the guys were using DX10 bodies, Terminator bodies, for their Bane customs. So they were taking the Hot Toys stuff and putting it on a Hot Toys DX10 Terminator body. One, because it was bulkier, and second, because it had the double bend elbows to enable you to get the boss pose, which you'll see just now when he holds the lapels on his jacket or the lapels on his vest, the armored vest. I don't know, I've never been a big fan of the jersey on him. I don't think it works, and I don't see the reason for it really, you know, unless he was gold. But yeah, it's Bane, man. He used to walk around in a vest in the comics. And I don't know if your guys is the same, the guys that got this DaftToys kit, but my Batman helmet has come out full of little spots. I don't know what it's off. I mean, it hasn't been, nothing's been spilt on it or anything like that. It hasn't been treated and gone wrong. It's just, yeah, I don't know. And I went to dig out the other one now, and it's the same. It's the same. I don't 303 wipe it. So I don't know what's happened there. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, that nice. But I'm sure you will with a 4K. There we go. There you can see. Can you see all that mottled effect? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But look at him, eh? Look at the heft of him. How beefy he looks. Can you imagine fighting him in a bar fight? Yes, he would hurt you, eh? I couldn't get him to stand on his own this time because he's just too heavy, and without the ankle articulation you can't adjust to change the position of his legs or his stance, lacquer, you know, bend the feet to suit. It just didn't work, so I had to use the crotch grabber. But these translucent ones have been a godsend, I must admit. They're really good. And I've tried to get more, but I can't see the guy. I bought them on Evil Bay. And then I see some of the guys are using clear plastic rods now to like pose their Superman in a flying position and Batman in a swoop position, and it looks awesome, eh? So I might go that route with the display cabinets. But yeah, it's a very hard hobby to keep up with all the changes, because it's hard enough getting the figures themselves, you know. Well, for some of us, not all of us, but some of us. So yeah, he's saying to the crowd, so this is it. This is what you sent to beat me. I spit on this mask. Maybe that's what it is, the marks. No, I'm joking. Of course, Bane doesn't spit. Oh, you can speak some drivel when you're doing these videos, eh? So there's one more pose after this before we get into the 360s, and that would be the stadium pose when he's speaking through the microphone. And when he's standing in the change room corridor just before he goes on the field, there's a young kid singing the Star Spangled Banner, and Bane says, "Oh, what a lovely voice." And it's so funny because 2 minutes after that he's blowing the stadium up. So now I was just reading up on him, and it says that was an improv. It wasn't in the script. And they kept it in to show the machinations that's going on in Bane's brain. Because he was super intelligent, eh? It was the venom. Poison, not poison, what is it? Like Captain America stuff almost. That made him so extra strong and so bulky and the whole move. Most of his life was spent getting off the stuff. Look at that body, man. He looks beefy as... I nearly swore there. Okay. Yeah, there's not much you can do with this pose, is there? It just is what it is. And I was so looking forward to doing him, but, you know, it's... what can you do? Anyway, I'll leave you looking into Bane's eyes, thinking on all that I've just said. I filled your mind with information. Look in the eyes, look me in the eyes. Okay. We'll leave him like that, and I'll see you on the flip. Okay, so for me now, this is the Bane that I always remember from the movie. With the big leather jacket on, the fur lining, speaking into the microphone, telling the stadium what he's about to do. First he puts the doctor down in front of him on his knees and shows him the remote and says to the doctor, "What is it?" type move. Doctor says, and then he shoots the doctor. And he tells them that one of the people of Gotham, will have the remote in their hands if anyone tries to leave, etc, etc, etc. Again, I don't want to say too much because it'll just spoil the movie if you haven't seen it. But this is Bane with the leather jacket on, either the microphone in his hand or the boss stance, which we'll do the next one. But yeah, this is who, for me, signifies Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. He was just so menacing in this part. So evil, eh? When I was telling you about when he says about the young kid's got a lovely voice, this is the outfit he's wearing, leaning up against the wall in the run-out tunnel from the field to the change rooms. Shortly after, blows a kid to smithereens. That's Bane for you. No mercy, eh? From the League of Shadows. To be kicked out of there for being too extreme, then you must know you've got a psychotic bloke on your hands. Look at that mask, look at the detail. DaftToys did a really amazing job on that head sculpt. I mean, that's quality, eh? The gauntlets you have to take off when you put the jacket on. And that's why I don't like the jersey, because the jersey just bulks the jacket up too much, so you can't get nice movement out the jacket. But yeah, I just followed the script, so to say, you know. But hey, isn't he nice? DaftToys did a great job on this, on both him and the Stock Exchange. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Are you ready? Wasn't it Anton Deck's song? Sure it was. So as always, I'll leave you looking into the madman's eyes before we go on and upwards for the next pose. And then at 360 time. Yeah, he's an evil beast, eh? But you gotta love him. He plays the part so well. Totally different from the Bane in the comics, eh? But he still worked. He worked very well. Okay, I shall see you on the flip. Right, that's me back, and that's the boss in the boss pose. I had to take the jersey off because it just wouldn't achieve the bend in the elbows with the jersey on to get this pose. The only horrible thing is, as you can see the wrists where it joins the hands, which is not a very nice sight. So I've got a Conan one that was on earlier on, and I'm thinking of putting two on, one on either side, just to hide that ugly join. He's supposed to hold onto the vest straps, but I'm always too scared of putting that much pressure on them, you know. He's standing on the broken bat cowl. A bit of a show off, oh Bane. I must admit though, a very interesting character in the movie. Very interesting. I thought he took a dope part in it, and he made Bane his own. All those Nolan characters, in fact all the Batman characters that have been through the years, the casting crew or casting director has got it spot on every time. Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, I forgot George Clooney, Val Kilmer, although I wasn't such a fan of George, but still portrayed Batman very well. And his suit comes out next year. We've all had it on pre-order for quite a while. The only figure I'm never really interested in is a Robin. I don't know why. He just doesn't appeal to me at all. Sorry, my gimbal took a nosedive there. I don't know why, but he looks dope, eh? It's a lacquer pose, that. That's why everyone was changing to the DX10 body. Although the Hot Toys Bane body was really nice, it even had the scar on the back. It just wouldn't get this pose because it didn't have double bend elbows. So yeah, everyone was using the Terminator bod, the DX10. And then this kit came out onto the M35, and this is quite recent. This is only in the last, I'd say, 2 years this one came out. But they've tailored it really well, DaftToys. But as I keep on saying through the video, they never disappoint. I haven't had one outfit off them yet where I thought, nah man. They've all been extra good. The Bank Robber Joker, this Bane, Stock Market Bane, and there's a couple of others. But I never take cognizance of the others because I'm a Batman fan, so I only look at the Batman related stuff. Oh, I love this pose, eh? I love this pose. One day I must try and get the hands on the straps of the vest, but I've got granite fingers, eh? Usually fine stuff like this just breaks in my hands. I can use the gentlest of touch. I just don't seem to have it, eh? Okay. So that was the last pose. We've had him kicking Bats' butt. And we've had him speaking to the crowds at large. We've had him in the boss pose. And I think we'll start with this as our first 360. And we'll put the Stock Exchange Bane in with him, because he hasn't had much limelight today. Okay then. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please press like, press subscribe. Since it's Christmas, go the full trifecta and leave a comment as well. Don't be shy. This is a figure chat. I want to hear what you have to say about the figure, about my skills on the camera or no skills on the camera. So yeah. And now we noticed this morning on the TV, you know, these index cards that you put on a YouTube video. So if you want, you can skip to a place where you really want to be. You don't want to watch the whole video per se. It's just started happening on the TV now as well. You can do it on the TV, which is a very dope touch. We're hoping that will help people come to our channel, because then they can just go on, see what they want to see, and yeah, makes everyone happy. So I'll leave yous, as always, leaving into this Christmas carol singer's face. Holy coming. I'm a pullocky. Okay. We'll leave you with the boss in the boss pose. As I say, hit subscribe, hit like. I hope you have a great Christmas, and this year can only be better than the year we've just had. So God bless. Nien Mate. The Don says, peace out.